So for this video, I want to talk about EFT, which is the emotional freedom technique. I just learned about this like 3 or 4 days ago because I'm doing a research paper right now in my writing class on the body. And for our final paper, we get to choose our own topic. So I've chosen to write about how positive thinking can affect the body. So while I was doing this research paper, I also came across the idea of EFT, which I don't know why, but I've never heard of it before. No one's ever, I've never came across it in any of my books, but it's super interesting. There's been a lot of success stories, great success rate. I was watching videos on this man named Gary Craig. He does public speaking about EFT, and he says that it's a bad day if only 80% of the people, after doing the EFT techniques, raise their hand and say that they've had a change. That's a bad day. He said it's almost always 90% or above of people who say, yes, it just had a huge effect on whatever I was trying to fix. So cool. So EFT, it is basically, it's another like technique, an activity to help you either like lower stress, lower anxiety, apparently manage weight. It's a bunch of things. It could really be anything, like just to bring you back down to a better frequency. So how do you do it? Basically, first you have to pick a problem. So I guess for like demonstration purposes, right now I'm having back pain. So I would first rate that. And right now I would say it's like a 5. Like it hurts. 10's the worst, 1's the best. I'm like hitting a 5. So now that I've done the rating, the first statement is you would say, even though I have this blank, I deeply and completely love myself. And you say that 3 times. So fill in blank with the problem. And while you're doing that, you tap right here with 2 fingers. So I would say, even though I have this back problem, I deeply and completely love myself. Even though I have this back problem, I deeply and completely love myself. Even though I have this back problem, I deeply and completely love myself. Okay. Then you just repeat this blank. So this back problem with the rest of the tapping techniques. So you start with the head. I watched a bunch of videos and some of them use this, start with the tapping on the head and some of them don't, but I mean, might as well. So this back problem. This back problem. You go to the side of the brow. Sorry. Then you go to the side of your eye. This back problem. Under the eye. This back problem. Under the lip, or above the lip. This back problem. Now under the lip. This back problem. Now you're going to go to the collarbone. This back problem. It doesn't matter which side for any of that, by the way. Then you're going to go under the arm, like right here. This back problem. And now the rib cage. This back problem. Okay. So now that that's done, now you're supposed to rate your pain. I really honestly would say I'm a 3. And that's very normal. That usually you go down by 50%. Yeah, I would honestly say that I'm a 3, which is really, really cool. So then what you do now is you keep repeating that until you reach 0. That's the goal. And if you don't reach, you keep doing that until you either reach 0 or plateau at a number. And if you plateau, that means that you're kind of doing something, you could change something to make you get down to that 0. It usually means that you're not being specific enough or that you're focusing on the wrong thing, the wrong part of your problem. So Gary Craig has more information on that on his channel, which I really recommend. Which I really recommend going to look at because it's super interesting. He feels like an old wise grandfather, like telling you what to do, and like he knows what's up. I don't know. I loved watching his videos. They were really, really entertaining and really helpful to me. So yeah, honestly, once I turn this off, I'm gonna do it again, and hopefully I'll reach a 0. But it's so cool that I'm being dead serious. I really went from a 5 to a 3, and I did it 2 nights ago for stress, and I started at a 6, and I plateaued at a 2, so I wasn't doing something right, but hopefully I'll keep practicing and finally like learn how to always get to a 0 because that would be really cool. But regardless, a 6 to a 2 is huge, very helpful. So yeah, try this technique out. I'm really liking it so far. I've done it almost every day since I learned about it, which obviously is only 4 days. It's not that impressive, but I'm planning on continuing to do it. So let me know if you like your feelings on it, if it works for you. I'm always interested to hear success stories about any of this stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching.